as you saw in the previous clip, that was a 51-second solve. And after 2 weeks of practice, you'll be able to get a sub 60-second solve as well. But before we get into the tutorial, we'll need to learn some basic things. First, the names of the pieces. Second, the two most important algorithms in cubing, the right hand trigger and the left hand trigger. And after that, we'll be able to get straight into the tutorial. So let's name the pieces first. This is a centerpiece. A centerpiece is at the center and they don't move, they just rotate. So no matter how much you try and move, the red will always stay in between the blue, white, green and yellow. And on most cubes, you can actually pop them out to reveal a screw which you can use for tightening, which is very helpful since most cubes come out of the factory as very tight. Then there are the corner pieces. Corner pieces are like the vertex of a cube and they have 3 colors on them. So in my case it's red, green, orange, yellow, and you will always have those set for each pair. Then you finally have edge pieces. Edge pieces are between the corner pieces and center pieces and they have 2 colors. So this is an edge piece, this is a corner piece, and this is a center piece. Next, we have to learn the right hand triggers. Before you learn the right hand triggers, we have to learn how to hold the cube. So to hold the cube, put your thumb on this bottom piece here and your other fingers on the top. Preferably hold them so each finger is on a different piece, like this. Now copy that with your other hand, but turn it 90 degrees. So now your thumb is over here and your 3 fingers are over here. Now if you cover your thumb over this piece, you'll be able to freely move this face. So let's get into how to do the right hand trigger. The first thing you need to learn is how to move the pieces. So to do the right hand trigger, you need to move the right face up like this. And that's very easy to do. All you need to do is rotate it up. Then using your finger, your index finger, move the top layer to the left. Then move this layer back down and move the top right layer to the right. So the right hand trigger is up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right. And the cube will come to its original position. So now that we've learned how to solve the cube, let's scramble it. While scrambling, you can also learn how to do finger tricks. So a finger trick is, for instance, to move the top layer, you use your index fingers, the bottom layer are your ring fingers, the right is your right hand, the left is your left hand, the front you can use your index fingers, and the back use your ring fingers. So we'll just scramble the cubing. And while scrambling, it's the perfect time to practice your speed and agility. Try not to lock up the pieces or make them messy, because if you get into a situation like this, you can easily pop a piece. Okay, so I think this cube is sufficiently scrambled, and let's go on to solving it. Now the first thing you need to do is you need to make the white cross. The white cross means making a cross like this, entirely out of white pieces. So we'll need to move a white piece here, a white piece here, a white piece here, and a white piece here. But it's not as easy as that. You also want these 2 colors to be the same. So how do we do that? Well, the first thing we need to do is we need to move all the white pieces to the top. Or rather, you want to hold the white centerpiece on the bottom, and this yellow centerpiece should be facing towards you. Then you want to move all the white edge pieces, these ones, the ones which have 2 colors and one of them is white, on the top. So let's go on how to do that. Let's look at this. If we want to move this white piece up to the top, it's easy. We just flip it upwards. for this one, it's also very easy. You just move it upwards, like this. This one is also very easy, just move it upwards. And this one is easy, just move it upwards. But there are some cases where it will not be this easy. Let's look at a situation where it won't be this easy. So you can easily move this piece up to the top. But now how do you move this piece up? Can you move it like this? Well, now you have these two, but this yellow centerpiece has gone. So there's only one way to move this up to here, and that's by using something called the reverse uplift. And to do that, first you want to make sure there's no white piece already here. Then you move this face up. So now this piece is over here. And then you simply pull it upwards. Let's look for another one. So if it's on the bottom, all you have to do is move this front face twice to get it on the top. This one, move it twice. But if you do that, then you'll mess up this piece. So it's smart to just move the top layer. So there's an empty slot over here. And then 1, 2, bring it up to the top. Let's do one final example to make sure that there are no instances which I've missed up. So to move this up to the top, we make sure there's nothing here. We bring this to the side and pop it up. To move this up to the top, all we have to do is move this front face up twice. To move this up, we make sure there's nothing over here. Now there's nothing here, and we just move this up twice. Now we have something called the daisy, and it looks like a daisy because there's a yellow center and white petals. Now we need to align, we need to make sure that this color and this color are the same. So how do we do that? Well, the best way to do it is simply by moving it this face down to the bottom. Then we look, this is an orange piece. So we move the top until it comes to an orange center, and then we bring it back up to the top. Now we have another piece at the bottom. This one is blue. So we align it to the blue center like this and bring it to the top. Now we have another one on the bottom, and we want to align this to the green. Because this is green, we align it to the green center like this and pop it back up to the top. Now we have one last piece over here, and this is red. So you align this red with another red with the red centerpiece and pull them back up to the top. Now that we've done that, you should see that you will have a yellow center, 4 edge pieces around them, and that these two colors will be the same. So over here I have red, red, so they're the same. Over here it is green, green, so it is the same. Over here it is orange, orange, so they match. Blue, blue, and now they match. So now we have these 4 petals with matching centers. But now, how do we make them come to the bottom? Well, here's the easy part. All you have to do is move them down like this. So over here, move it down. Over here, you move it down like this. And finally, this one, move it down. Now, we have a white cross. And these two color pieces will be the same. Now all we have to do to finish this bottom layer is to put the white corner pieces in. And how do we do that? Well, this is where the right hand trigger comes in. So there are several instances you might be in here, but let's look at the most common. You have pieces which are facing you on the front. Now just pick a random one. Let's choose this one since it's closer to the camera. So let's check the colors on this. It is white, green, and orange. Now we're looking for corner pieces which are white on them. Now the white could be up here or on the side, and that doesn't really matter right now. Just try and find one which is on the front. If you can't, just wait for later in this video. So ignore the white and look at the other 2 colors. We have green and orange. So you put it between the green and orange centers like this. Now we look, since this white is facing us, all we have to do is we have to bring this piece down here, but that messes up our edge piece. So how do we do it? Well, it's simple. First, you want to move this to the left or out of the way. Then you can bring this side up. Now you can pull this back to the right and bring it down. Now if you look, this piece has been inserted in the right spot. And you can tell it's the right spot because the white is on the bottom and it's between the right pieces. Now let's look at another situation. What if it's on the side? Well, if it's on the side, you look at the other two colors which are not white. It is red, orange and green. Since it's orange and green, we align it between the, it's orange and blue. And since it's orange and blue, we align it between the orange and blue centerpieces. Then after doing that, we need to insert it here. Now how do we do that? So you could do the professional method of just doing the right hand trigger to pop it in there. But since this is the beginner method, what you can do is move the cube so this is in front of you, and then you want to move the top to the right this time, bring this side up, move it to the left and pop it back down. Now you have this. Now the right piece has been inserted in the right spot. What if it's on the bottom? Well, if it's on the bottom, if you want to do the beginner's method, all you have to do is bring it to the top. But when you bring it to the top, you'll mess up this. So the way you do it is you simply move this back and pop it down. Now you haven't messed up your cross, and you have the piece on the top. Then because it's on the top, you want it to be on these two sides, on the side. So the way you do that is you just pull this over so it's on the back, bring this to the front and pull it back down. Now we have a piece which is facing towards us. Let's look at the colors, blue, red. You'll put it between the blue and red centers and insert it by doing right, up, left, down. And now we only have one white piece left. And if you look, these pieces are all white. This last layer is almost done. Let's look at this. It's over here. But now there are some cases you may be in. First case is on the front, which is great. It may be on the bottom, in which case you can do the right hand trigger to bring it to the top and carry on doing it to make it on the side. But that's a bit more, that's more of a professional method. So we'll have it over here. If you want to bring it to the top, all you have to do again is move it up, out of the way, down, now it's in the top. And to move it so that it's on either these two pieces, we can move it up and then turn it until we can see the piece and move the side back down. Now we have it here. If it's on the right, again, you can just twist the cube so it's in front of you, and then you can pull this to the side, move this face up, move this across, and move this back down. And now, 3, 2, 1, we've done the bottom layer. So basically how we've done it is we've put 4 edge pieces around this, made sure these connect, then inserted these 4 corner pieces. So that's the end of today's video. Today's video was how to do the first layer. In the next video, I will teach you how to do the second layer. And then in the video after that, I will teach you finally how to solve the cube. But for now, goodbye.